source for the sports gamer.
Spring is in the air, and now so too is baseball season. While many hardcore fans may opt towards a more sim and realistic title, RBI Baseball 16 by MLBAM is a great in-between style for the more casual fan of baseball. It's a more artistic and arcade blend to a fairly straightforward sport, gameplay and features. RBI Baseball 16 gives exactly what you're going to expect from an arcade-style game. Fun, fast-paced action that delivers the sport you know and love. This game stays really true to its arcade-type feel. You can perform almost every action in the game with just the directional pad and the A or the X button. New in this iteration of the classic series is an increased timing for a perfect swing. Pitching is exactly what you would expect from this game. You move left and you move right on the mound to throw inside or outside, as well as moving the pitches after they are released to add break to them. Fielding, again, similar to the rest of the action in this game. Throwing to each base, just the directional pad pointed towards the base, as well as hitting the area of the X button. One thing that I did find to be particularly challenging was catching some fly balls. You see the trail where the ball's going, and it really is up to your own judgment to find the correct landing spot. RBI Baseball offers a franchise mode with the classic RBI style of 16 players, or go ahead and go over the full-out, full-fledged 25-player teams, as well as allowing you to choose with the choice of a full 162 game MLB schedule, or you can go with the shortened, abridged 81 52 game schedule if you wish. Franchise offers the full 30 MLB teams as well as all of their stadiums. While you're in the franchise mode, you have the ability to set and customize your lineups pre-game or during the game, as well as your pitching rotation. The option to sim to any point in the season is given and is executed really, really well. It takes mere seconds to fast forward to the point in time which you want to be at. As with most sports titles, RBI Baseball comes with your fully detailed stats and league leaders that allow you to check the current stats of your team, divide between your hitters and your pitchers, as well as go around the league and check everyone's stats. Also new to RBI Baseball is the postseason mode, and it's exactly as the title says. If you're just looking for that nail-biting thrill of the postseason, cut out all the foreplay and start off right in the action of the single-game elimination of the wild card playoff round. However though, one thing you gotta know on both of these modes, unfortunately, you're really only allowed one save on each. So fans who like to start multiple seasons, they're gonna have to erase their previous save in order to have the new one. Presentation. RBI 16 is not going to turn heads with this looks, but it's really well put together for an arcade game. However, that really is the only good part about the presentation. Too many times it appears the ball is thrown to first base and it hits him in the head and then somehow morphs into the fielder's glove. Diving or jumping is a feature that rarely ever turned up in my game, but it did one time happen automatically by the computer, and it was a really inopportune time. Online play. RBI Baseball 16 is still without the online franchise, but it does allow you to do your normal head-to-head matchup in online. But this is really not the highlight of this title. I attempted several times to play online, and every single time I was greeted with the recurring message, "No opponent found." Once I did finally connect to an opponent, the game was quickly disconnected again before we even left the lineup screen. So for this section, I went ahead and invited a friend to share in the experience of online play. Overall, online play doesn't really play too differently than your normal offline mode, save for a few glitches where the connection would stumble in some non-critical points, and the occasional time it would end the play a little bit abruptly. The connection was really smooth. There's little to no noticeable delay, and when both swinging and pitching in the online mode. RBI Baseball 16 stays true to its nature and builds up the fun and arcade style of its previous generations. This is not a game for the more serious MLB baseball fan, but it would rather appeal to the casual fan. This is exactly where the true success of RBI delivers on what is promised: a fun, fast-paced baseball game.
Same thing for middle. If you just want to hit a pitch the middle of the plate, you just flick the stick straight up. Alright, now the problem with this that I'm seeing, there is not a way to power swing when you're using the stride. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way to use a power swing or contact swing. You would have to use flick to do that, and we'll talk about that later. Alright, so let's keep continuing.